Hey everybody, it's George again from BW Unlimited Charity Fundraising, your charity fundraising one-stop shop. www.bwunlimited.com, BW Unlimited Charity Fundraising. A few things. We've had a really busy couple weeks. In fact, tomorrow I'm leaving for Boston, driving up there to meet some great people about some new products, so stay tuned for that. A lot of great things happening. But we're off to a really rock star fall fundraising season. So recently we did an event and it brought some things to my attention, and I thought, you know what, today we're going to talk about it. So I probably got you with the title, didn't I? Win a free trip to Disney World. Well, recently we did a charity auction where our charity client actually had a Disney trip fully donated. That's right, a Disney trip fully donated. Don't ask me how. They had somebody down there who had a place on Disney, the whole thing, blah blah blah, and they had a Disney trip. So when they told me about it, because they also wanted our Sommier wine and cheese VIP experience and the Tuscany private villa for 8, I thought, wow, this is really going to be something. It's going to bring big money, and it's going to be up against our charity travel packages. So I started looking at the package. We get to the auction. It's beautiful. Really great people. Actually, a very high-end event. And up on the auction was the Disney trip, the Sommier, and a few other things, and a helmet, and everything else that you know us about. So the Disney trip's up, fully donated. So somebody it can get a really great trip, probably worth right around 10 grand for at least half, right? Donated at least half. What do you think the trip brought? That's right, $1,400. Why? Well, if you get something fully donated, like a Disney trip, the Disney trip was rather restrictive. Now, it was a big place. You could have put 10 people in there, but you had to take it within these blocks of days, because that's when the owner could allow you to go down there. Somebody got this trip, $1,400 for a $10,000 trip. Why? Because it's donated. Anything donated like that has got to be restricted. Rarely, am I right, any of you out there can get a Disney trip donated? Not me. And I've been doing this a long time and have some really great contacts. Restrictive. It was within a certain week in 2016. You had to go then. People didn't want it. I mean, it was a great trip. Fantastic. I read the whole thing. In fact, we're the ones who printed out the placard. Great trip. Didn't do anything. But guess what? The charity travel packages, the Sommier wine and cheese, we sold twice for $4,500. Oh my God! The client made, let me do the math, close to $4,000 just on the Sommier wine and cheese. Now let's talk about the Tuscany trip. Oh my gosh! Private villa for 8, wine chef, wine tours, 8 people, your own private chef, but you have to pay for it. We don't get 100% of our money. What did it go for? It went for $10,000 2 times. The client made $8,000 on Tuscany. $8,000. What does that mean? They made $12,000 on 2 of our charity travel packages. But yet, the donation brought in $1,400. Now, think about all the work it took to get the donation. Think about all the donations that they had. Believe it or not, some of the donations didn't even sell. And we actually had a discussion with our client about the starting bids have got to start low in order to get bids. Guess what? That's a common theme throughout all charity events. Clients think, charities think, we got the retail price is $600. We got it started at $400. No. The problem is you need people to bid. You got to start the bids low in order to get people involved, right? So you got to start the bids low. The plain simple truth is a lot of the items that are donated don't even sell. Do you want to take the donations home with you? Think about the time you wasted. You want the donations to sell, and if they're worth it. I've seen some donations do very well. Recently, we saw a concert, a private concert, bring in what close to retail was. But how many of you can really get those things? So, long story short, the charity travel packages did phenomenal. In fact, just those 2 travel packages blew away their last fundraiser. Just those 2. This is the first time we've ever did it. The client, in the initial side of it, said, George, we have these, and Tell me. This is you, isn't it? Because you guys call me and we have these discussions all the time. But we have these great these things that are fully donated that we keep 100% of the money. Why would we want to do this? Why would we want to do your sommelier thing or one of these travel packages or decor, whatever, when we have stuff that's fully donated because we keep 100% of the money? George, we don't want to do that. These two travel packages, now you have to understand, we had quite an extensive silent auction. We had a good live auction with about 12 items. The last year's event, just those two travel packages, just the profit did more than their last year's event. $12,000. How about that? That's success. So the plain and simple truth is the donations, okay, great, but don't expect much from them. I have rarely see a donation, not like the concert now. I rarely see a donation that brings in close to anything our stuff does. That's the truth. You got to have things that people want. They don't want the donations. They do. You can use them, but don't expect much from them. For instance, I talked about this in the last video blog, a teeth cleaning thing. How many of you, okay, everybody raise their hand if you're one. How many of you go to a charity event and think, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to buy a teeth cleaning package? I don't. It'd be like me going and asking for a hair salon appointment, right? I don't do that. Long story short, a client put up a teeth cleaning thing, and teeth cleaning package with a $600 value, and they came to me and said, George, the teeth cleaning thing you started at $400. I said, settle down, we got to start it low. Big argument ensued. Long story short, we brought it down. It sold for $300, even though it was worth $600. Just that teeth cleaning thing, and it also had a whole bunch of stuff. You know, the zzz thing you put in your mouth. I use the old school toothbrush, right? Don't really have much use for brushes. So here's the deal: silent auctions, donated stuff. You got to use them correctly. Don't expect much. Don't. And this is a big deal with you charities out there. You always say to me, but the retail value is this. Don't predict the retail value. It's not going to bring retail value, folks. Probably about half if you're lucky. You got to have donations are fantastic. I'm not telling you, oh, you just got to use all our stuff. In fact, I don't want you to use just my stuff. I want you to go out and get donations, because our stuff, believe it or not, accents your stuff, donated stuff, and brings the bids higher. Like that. It brings the bids higher. Don't be fooled. You got to have good stuff. Use your donations wisely. If they're mediocre at best, guess what? You know what I'm talking about. Mediocre at best, gift baskets, gift certificates, raffles. The good stuff, silent auction, live auction. That's today's rant. Be smart, use your donations wisely, and do not expect retail. That's it. Thanks a lot. That's today's video blog. Remember, I'm George from BW Unlimited Charity Fundraising. Check out our website, would you? www.bwunlimited.com. Give me a call if you'd like to hear some other tips. 410-658-8808. 410-658-8808. Or shoot me an email at george@bwunlimited.com. george@bwunlimited.com. I'd love to help you. It's getting ready to be one heck of a fall fundraising season. We've got a lot of great items coming out. Watch for our decor catalog. I'm going to Boston. Can't wait. A 7-hour drive. But all right, folks, I'll see you next time. The next time I get an itch that I want to scratch, I don't want to talk about it. See you later. Tell your friends about us. We'd love to help. Bye.